Good afternoon, everyone. This is Ozzy Carranza, your Downey insurance agent. I do want to welcome everybody to today's Wednesday's Vibe video. Today, we will be talking about an issue that restaurant owners who serve alcohol have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, or maybe they don't have to deal with it, but it is a concern of them. And what I'm talking about is, when, you have restaurants that do sell alcohol, and, many of us know, or, many of you that do drink alcohol, I can't say I don't have a beer or two when I go, when I go to a restaurant from time to time, but, you know, let's say, you go, most of us will have a beer or a drink or two, and call it a day, with our meal. Yeah, but let's say that you are, you go to a restaurant and you are, you're celebrating a birthday, you're celebrating a promotion, you're celebrating something. You tend to have, maybe a more than one or two drinks or, of alcohol, and some people still to drive under the influence, whether it's, the person that's celebrating, or a family member. And, a question that I got once from a client is, hey, what happens if, somebody gets hurt? Let's say we serve them alcohol and they drive off, and they hurt somebody, or, they end up killing somebody, and me as a restaurant owner, or, the person that asked me, are they responsible for it? And technically, you can be responsible for it. And so, what else, or what better than what better than to have the proper coverage as far as something that's called liquor liability. It's always good to have that on your coverage, so that thank you, Eduardo, for joining. I'm glad you liked it. Comment on it, or try to share this. I don't know if you can share live videos, but if you have any restaurant owners that please feel free to provide this useful information. But I appreciate you joining, and let's get together for lunch soon, man. So yeah, going back to the coverage as far as liquor liability. So insurance policies, they don't automatically come with this liquor liability, so you want to make sure that you have that, and that it's not excluded. If it's not included on your policy, typically it's excluded. So that means that if something happens where you have a customer that had a few too many drinks, drove off your restaurant, and you guys continue to serve that client, they drove off pretty drunk, they got into a car accident, hurt somebody, the person or people that they hurt, and the person that got the DUI or was driving drunk, can technically sue you. So you definitely want to. Jose Sanchez, thank you for joining. I know you don't need liquor liability insurance. I don't think you own a restaurant, but if you do know somebody that owns a restaurant, please share this video with them, trying to provide some valuable information. But Dustin, thanks for joining. I appreciate that. Gotta get together soon. Listen, so sorry, I'm kind of hard to see who joins. I think I need my glasses. But anyways, going back to liquor liability. So yeah, so you want to make sure that your policy does have liquor liability, that it's not excluded. Because if it's excluded, you will not be covered if something like that happens. And so you definitely want to make sure that it covers it. You have a lot of people who don't really know what they have on their restaurant policy, and it's very important. I know you're busy, but it is something that's very important. And going back to I guess the responsibility of serving alcohol, you also want to make sure that your staff is trained and certified, and there's information online where your staff can take. They can take either online, or they can take in person. For example, there's tipsalcohol.com. And there they have, they provide education and training for the, responsible of service, sale, and consumption for alcohol for bars and restaurants. So that's something that you definitely want to take into consideration, because as a business owner, you might not be there all the time. Yeah, you're working, you're dealing with employees, customers, but if your employees, most restaurants are going to have employees serving alcohol. You definitely want to have them certified, to be able to serve, not just their license, but certified to sell alcohol properly. If they see a client that is, that is getting wasted or is too wasted, they gotta make sure that they, know when to stop or know when to look out for things, and make sure that they're just not serving them too much alcohol. You definitely want to take as many precautionary steps as possible to to make sure that you were as safe as possible when serving these drinks, or serving these people that come to celebrate and may have one too many drinks. Okay, so that's my rant for today. If you do know anybody that owns a restaurant, again, tipsalcohol.com is a good website where restaurant owner or even the restaurant employee can go in there to get their employees certified for, to make sure that they educate their employees on, how to serve alcohol, I guess as safely as possible, if that makes sense. But yeah, and then make sure that you have liquor liability on your insurance coverage. If you do need a free review and want me to tell you where to look for that, just message me and I'd be more than happy to provide that information. Thanks everyone. If you can comment or like, I greatly appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye.